Hi, it's Assam. And in this video, I'm gonna go over a very important principle that prevents me personally from burning out and crashing down when like things stop working, because they will, right? And whenever like I'm in that slump where like things go south and things don't work as well as they did before, this is a principle that really helps me, and I'm sharing it in this video so that way you can watch this video and have a complete understanding of how reality works, because it's not going to be like an uphill thing. You're going to have slumps and you are going to go up and you're going to go down. That's how reality works. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact principle that kind of that directs, like kind of guides how this actually works. Okay, so let's get into this. Cool. So this principle is like really important when it comes to like business management and emotional management kind of things. So this is how it goes. Okay, we have a good business achievement month, so you go up, and then suddenly you get used to it, and then you go down, and then somehow you just get a lot of energy here. You get frustrated. You're like, I need to do something, and then you go up again, right? This is how this principle works, and the guiding principle that like guides all of this is just like there's a name to it, and it's called regression to the mean. So like what that is like regression to the mean is essentially just like when you, let's say for example, we're tossing a coin, right? We're tossing a coin. We have a coin here that has heads on one side and then it has tails on one side, right? So obviously when you toss a coin, it won't be like 50-50%, right? The odds are 50%, right? We know that this is going to be 50% when we like toss the coin, right? But it's not going to be like, if you toss the coin 5 times, you're not going to get 2.5 heads, 2.5 tails, right? That's not how it works, right? You might get 4 heads and 1 tail, right? The thing is, it just like averages out on a long enough sample size, right? So you might get 4 heads and then just 1 tail if you toss it 5 times, right? And that's really key, because like when we're doing sales and we're taking appointments, this has the same principle, right? You might close 1 sale out of the 5. You might close 1 sale out of the 20. You never know. Like all of the 19, you fuck up and you just close 1 of them. And then after that, after the next 5 calls you take, you might just close all of them. It happens. It really happens. It's like you might close 6 out of 19, and that's still a good conversion rate, right? It's not a bad conversion rate. 6 out of 19. I think what is it? It's more than 20%. So it's like it's not the best to be honest. Like it should be better, but it's not like bad, right? So cause like let's say you had the best sales process. Like you have a good sales process to conduct, like a good sales process, take a prospect through, and then you have a good process to get someone from a cold person to a client. You have a good sales process that converts at 25%. Now, 25% is what is that? What is my math here? 25% is 4 calls out of 25% is 4 calls out of is 5 calls out of 20, right? Correct. My math is like fucked up right today. Anyways, so that's 4 calls, 5 calls. Damn, what the hell am I doing today? Anyways, 5 calls out of 20 calls. Okay. Now, if you take let's say you take 10 calls and you close none of them. And you're like, fuck, my sales process maybe just doesn't work. I should just change it. But if you just stuck with that thing and you actually did the 20 calls, you might end up closing 5 people, right? So that's how it fucks us up. It's like we just get so emotional because like as I mentioned at the top, this is how it works, right? You go up, and then you go down, and then you go up again, and then you go down again, and then you go up again, and then you go down again, and that's how it works, right? Most people are like, they just like when they get here, like when they're here at the top, and when they get here, they're like, oh, I'm doing something wrong, so I should change it. But what they don't understand is like, if they stick to it, it will go up. That's how it works. Because like, I'm not saying like you might be doing something dumb. I'm not saying like every single time you're doing something you are like good to go. All I'm saying is that like you need enough data to make decisions. With this guy as well, it's like if this guy waited for the entire 20 call instead of changing stuff at the 10th call, he would have ended up closing 5 people, right? And that's statistical English. That's statistical, because like here's the thing, and I'm going to give you a perfect example here, okay? For me specifically, when I was starting out, I sucked at sales, right? I took my first five sales calls and I sucked at them. My first call lasted 10 minutes, that should give you an understanding as to how good I was before. Anyways, my first 5 calls were shit, and I was like, "Fuck, something's wrong. If my calls are lasting 10 minutes, something's wrong there. Something's wrong there." So if it's that bad, at that point you can be like, "Okay, I can change stuff now because it's really bad." But if it's something like you get to the end of the call and the person is just like, "Okay, I need to have the money," or I just don't have the money, I need to wait for the cash to come, or he's like a very fearful prospect who's like burnt in the past kind of thing, and you weren't able to close it. It's not necessarily that you are bad at sales. It's just that you haven't given it enough time, man. Like, for us specifically in our agency, we just like wait for 30 calls, and unless we have 30 calls, like 30 actual fully done sales calls, we don't make any decision about the sales process. Like 30 calls should give you an exact idea as to how good a sales rep is performing or how good your sales system is, right? Because like here, if you're here and you just conducted 10 calls and all of them have gone to shit, like you've closed none of them, then you might just, the next 5 calls you take, you might just end up closing them, and you might be here. Because like all we're looking for is the average to go up, right? So if you see this is trending upwards. And in the daily, it might not look like it's trending upwards because like you're going down and then you're going up, you're going down again, and then you go up again. But like that's why you need to be rational, and that's why that's why in the beginning I just told you guys, like, you got to be rational, right? You can't just be making emotional decisions in business, right? Because like this stuff fucks you up, man. It's like, let's say that you had as I reiterate, I know I'm repeating myself, but this is really key for your understanding, because like if you stop at the 10th call and you fuck shit around, you just won't get the 5 closed deals, right? And if you change stuff and you get worse because of that change, because you changed something that was gonna result in closing those clients in the system, then you won't even get the 5 closes, right? So that's how this stuff works, man. So yeah, that's how regression to the mean works, and you can Google this stuff. That's the name, regression to the mean, to get like more understanding towards this. But this is how sales calls work. This is how appointment booking works. Like 1 week you might book 50 appointments, and then the next week you might just book 15, right? And when you book 15 with the same system, you're like, shit, something's wrong. Maybe just my system is atrophying. Maybe like entropy is kicking in. Maybe we need to change stuff. And then you change stuff and then you go down suddenly. Instead, if you just stuck with the thing, you might just book 100 appointments in the next week, right? So yeah, it's really key to understand, because like if you make emotional decisions and if you don't have this like understanding of reality in your head, bro, you just won't get to like the higher top levels, because like you would always be changing stuff, always be in that neurotic stage where like you don't know what's working, why it's working, and why things go up and down. And here's the thing, man, reality is like this, right? Reality does work in waves. It does work in waves, it does work in cycles. And that's why we in our productivity too, in myself as well, I've noticed, some days I'm here and then I fucking burn out, and then I'm not able to work that much, and then I get here again and then I go down again. That happens. That's reality, man. You can't change that. Okay, all we're looking for is this upward trajectory. That's all we're looking for, this upward trajectory, and that the mean average of these cycles is going upwards. That's all we're looking for. Okay, I hope you have a better understanding of this principle, because this is really key. You don't need to fuck with shit around, you just need to wait. Okay, just need to wait, just need to give things time. And once you have enough data, like for us it's 30 sales calls, 30 sales calls before making a decision. So once you have enough data, then you can make decisions. Okay, by the way, if you're looking to book more appointments, here's a video that shows our exact process that we use to book 120 appointments every single month. Okay, go watch this video. This will show you our exact process. Don't worry, I'm not going to pitch you at the end of this video. I'm not pitching you right now. So go watch this video. Go click here, and you will know exactly how to book 120 appointments. Okay, go click it. Yeah, here it is. Click it. Subscribe. Bye.